Hey everybody, welcome back. We're about to embark on a journey across the good old US of A, exploring the top 15 places you absolutely have to visit in 2025. From stunning national parks to vibrant cities brimming with culture, we've curated a list that caters to every type of traveler. Whether you're an adventure seeker, a history buff, or simply looking for a relaxing getaway, there's something here for you. Get ready to explore hidden gems and popular hotspots alike, as we dive into the must-see locations that should be on your travel radar. So grab your notepad and let's embark on this adventure together. Because hey, they're classics for a reason, right? Think of it like a reboot of your favorite movie, but instead of Hollywood actors, it's breathtaking views and unforgettable experiences. So buckle up, folks. Grab your fanny packs, charge your phones, gotta get those Instagram-worthy shots, and get ready for some serious travel FOMO because these destinations are out of this world. Let's do this. First up, we're hitting the Big Apple, the city that never sleeps, New York City. And let me tell you, this city deserves all the hype and then some. We're starting in Times Square, where the lights are brighter than a disco ball at Studio 54, and the energy is more contagious than a laugh track on a sitcom. From Times Square, stroll on over to Central Park. It's like a giant green oasis right in the middle of all the skyscrapers, perfect for a picnic, some people watching, you never know who you'll see, or maybe even a little nap after you conquer all those famous museums. And speaking of museums, you gotta check out the Met, MoMA, and the Natural History Museum. They're practically national treasures. Now let's talk food, because New York City is a culinary melting pot. We're talking pizza slices bigger than your head, bagels that are chewy and delicious, and street food from every corner of the globe. And hey, if you're feeling fancy, there's no shortage of Michelin star restaurants where you can drop some serious dough, but trust me, it's worth every penny. And no trip to New York City is complete without catching a Broadway show. Whether you're into toe-tapping musicals, side-splitting comedies, or thought-provoking dramas, there's a stage waiting to blow you away. So put on your best outfit, grab a playbill, and get ready for a night of pure entertainment. Okay folks, buckle up because we're trading in the skyscrapers for some serious natural wonders. Next stop, the Grand Canyon, Arizona. Get ready for views so stunning they'll make you forget all about your Instagram feed. Well, almost. Picture this. You're standing on the rim of this massive canyon, staring down at a mile of colorful rock layers that look like they were painted by Mother Nature herself. It's humbling, it's awe-inspiring, it's like stepping into a whole other world. Now, if you're feeling adventurous, lace up those hiking boots because the Grand Canyon offers trails for every fitness level. For the thrill seekers, there's the Bright Angel Trail, a challenging but rewarding hike to the canyon floor. Or take it easy on the Rim Trail, where you can soak in the views at your own pace. Just remember to pack plenty of water, snacks, and sunscreen because the desert sun doesn't mess around. And trust me, you'll want to catch a sunrise or sunset over the canyon. It's like someone's hitting the sky with a giant paintbrush, transforming those already incredible colors into something truly magical. Bring your camera, bring your loved ones, and prepare to be amazed. Up next, let's hop on a cable car and roll right into our number 3 pick, San Francisco. First up, you gotta, and I mean gotta, walk, bike, or even unicycle across the Golden Gate Bridge. I mean, come on, it's iconic. The views of the bay, the city, Alcatraz off in the distance, it's like stepping into a postcard. Speaking of Alcatraz, how about a little side trip to the Rock? You can explore the old prison, hear stories about notorious criminals like Al Capone. It's seriously fascinating stuff. Just, don't try to swim back, okay? They don't call it the Rock for nothing. Back on the mainland, make sure to explore the different neighborhoods. You've got the Mission District with its incredible murals, Haight-Ashbury, peace, love, and tie-dye vibes. And for you outdoorsy folks, Golden Gate Park is like Central Park's cooler cousin. Biking, paddle boats, you name it, they got it. All right, folks, pack your swimsuits and your dancing shoes because we're heading to Miami. Get ready for some serious sunshine, beaches, and nightlife. First stop, it's gotta be South Beach, baby. This is where you go to see and be seen. Soak up some rays, work on that tan, maybe try some jet skiing or paddleboarding, or just relax with a good book and a refreshing beverage. No judgment here. But Miami's more than just beaches, it's got culture too. Check out the Wynwood Walls. It's like an open-air art gallery with these amazing murals and street art. And the festivals, Art Basel, the boat show, there's always something going on in this city. And when the sun sets, Miami really comes alive. We're talking salsa clubs, rooftop bars, the whole shebang. Miami's all about embracing the fun, the energy, the vibe. Next up on our USA adventure, we're heading down south to the Big Easy, New Orleans. Get ready for some serious jazz, delicious food, and a whole lot of fun. When you think New Orleans, you gotta think music. This city lives and breathes jazz, especially in the French Quarter. Wander around, pop into a bar, and I guarantee you'll hear some incredible live music. And don't forget your dancing shoes. And the food. Oh man, the food. We're talking gumbo, jambalaya, po' boys, beignets. I'm getting hungry just thinking about it. Just make sure you come hungry because the portions are no joke. Of course, no trip to New Orleans is complete without experiencing Mardi Gras. The parades, the costumes, the beads. It's like the whole city turns into one giant party. Just, maybe leave the good jewelry at home for this one. You've been warned. Hey you guys, buckle up, we're headed to Yellowstone National Park, and let me tell you, this place is wilder than a 6-foot-tall coffee order at a drive-thru. First up, you gotta see Old Faithful. This geyser is like the Beyoncé of the park, always putting on a show. It erupts every hour or so, shooting hot water like it's trying out for the Bellagio Fountain Show in Vegas. And speaking of shows, keep your eyes peeled for the wildlife. We're talking bison, elk, maybe even a bear or two if you're lucky, or maybe not so lucky. And if you're feeling adventurous, there are tons of hiking trails. Just imagine yourself surrounded by mountains, forests, and maybe even a moose wearing a tiny hat. Okay, maybe not the hat part, but you get the idea. And hey, if you want to spend the night under the stars, pitch a tent at one of the park's campgrounds. Just maybe don't tell any ghost stories. You're already in bear country, you don't need any extra scares. Alright folks, next stop, Chicago. This city's got it all: amazing food, stunning architecture, and enough culture to make your head spin faster than a Ferris wheel at Navy Pier. Speaking of spinning, let's talk about the architecture for a sec. We're talking skyscrapers that'll make your jaw drop faster than a hot slice of deep dish pizza. Check out the Willis Tower, formerly known as the Sears Tower, and the John Hancock Center. These buildings are so tall they practically touch the clouds. And speaking of deep dish pizza, you have to try some while you're here. It's like a pizza and a casserole had a baby, and that baby is delicious. But Chicago's not just about pizza and skyscrapers, it's also got a killer art scene. Head to the Art Institute of Chicago and check out some masterpieces. They've got everything from Monet to Warhol. And if you're a theater buff, catch a show in the Chicago Theater District. They've got Broadway shows, improv, you name it. Just don't forget to yell Oprah really loud while you're there. You know, for good luck. Next up, we're heading to the entertainment capital of the world, Las Vegas. Get ready for bright lights, big city thrills, and enough casinos to make you feel like you're swimming in a sea of slot machines. The Strip is where it's at, folks. It's like Times Square on steroids, with giant hotels shaped like pyramids, castles, and even a giant bottle of cologne. And don't even get me started on the fountains at the Bellagio. These babies are choreographed to music and are more impressive than a synchronized swimming team made up of dolphins. And hey, if you're feeling lucky, hit the casinos and try your hand at blackjack, roulette, or maybe even a little poker. Who knows, you might just win enough to buy that private jet you've always dreamed of. But Vegas isn't all about gambling and neon lights. They've got world-class shows, from Cirque du Soleil to headline concerts featuring the biggest names in music. And if you need a break from the hustle and bustle, head to Red Rock Canyon for some hiking, rock climbing, and breathtaking views. Just try not to lose your shirt or your hiking boots while you're there. Next up on our list is Washington, D.C., the nation's capital. This city is jam-packed with history, folks. Iconic landmarks like the White House and the Capitol building. You gotta see these in person. The Smithsonian Institution is the biggest museum complex on Earth, and it's totally free. The National Mall is perfect for a stroll or a picnic. Home to moving memorials like the Lincoln Memorial and the Vietnam Veterans Memorial. Don't miss the National Cherry Blossom Festival in spring. They even have a parade with giant balloons and marching bands. Washington, D.C. is a must-visit with history, culture, and enough monuments to make your head spin. All right, we are heading to Seattle, Washington, and let me tell you, this city is something else. First things first, you gotta ride the Space Needle. It's like the Eiffel Tower of the Pacific Northwest, except way cooler. You get these insane panoramic views of the city, the mountains, the Puget Sound. It's breathtaking. And speaking of breathtaking, don't even get me started on Pike Place Market. It's this bustling marketplace right on the waterfront, and it's got everything. Fresh seafood, local produce, handmade crafts, you name it. And of course, you gotta see the famous fish-throwing guys. And hey, if you're a coffee lover like me, Seattle is your jam. They practically invented coffee here, folks. Seriously, there are coffee shops on every corner, and they're all serving up some of the best brews you'll ever taste. And don't even get me started on Starbucks. Yeah, that's right, Starbucks started right here in Seattle. So grab yourself a latte, find a cozy corner, and soak up that Seattle vibe. But it's not all city life in Seattle. just a hop, skip, and a jump away, you've got the great outdoors calling your name. We're talking about the stunning Cascade Mountains, perfect for hiking, camping, and just being one with nature. And then you've got Puget Sound, where you can go kayaking, whale watching, or just take a ferry ride and enjoy the scenery. Trust me, Seattle's got it all. Alright, up next we're heading south for some southern charm. Hold on to your hats, folks, because we're heading down south to Savannah, Georgia. This city is like stepping back in time. It's got this old-world charm you just don't find everywhere. Cobblestone streets, horse-drawn carriages, and gorgeous antebellum mansions. It's like walking onto a movie set. Savannah is a popular filming location. Movies like Forrest Gump were filmed here. Check out Forsyth Park with its iconic fountain, and if you're brave, go on a ghost tour. Treat yourself to delicious southern cuisine. Slow down, relax, and soak up the southern hospitality. We're moseying on down to Austin, Texas, the live music capital of the world. And let me tell you, this city knows how to put on a show. From the intimate honky-tonks on 6th Street to the legendary stages of the Moody Theater, you'll be two-stepping all night long. Speaking of legends, Austin City Limits, South by Southwest, those festivals are like the Super Bowl of music. You got your rock, your country, your indie, your everything. It's a musical melting pot, and trust me, you'll want to grab a spoon and dig in. And when you need to refuel between sets, Austin's food truck scene is off the charts. We're talking gourmet tacos, juicy burgers, and desserts that'll make you want to slap your mama. But in a good way. Oh, and don't even get me started on the barbecue. Franklin Barbecue, man. The brisket. It's so good, it'll make you want to grow a beard and start wearing cowboy boots. You're gonna love Austin, folks. It's got that laid-back vibe with a side of rock and roll. Don't forget your dancing shoes. Alright folks, buckle up. We're headed to Orlando, Florida, where dreams come true. Literally, it's home to the one and only Walt Disney World. And let me tell you, it's magical. You got your classic rides, your meet and greets with Mickey and the gang, and enough pixie dust to make even the grumpiest Gus smile. And hey, if you're a thrill seeker like yours truly, Universal Studios is just a hop, skip, and a scream away. From Harry Potter to Jurassic Park, they got all your favorite movies turned into awesome rides. You'll be screaming your head off. In a good way, of course. But hold your horses. Orlando ain't just about theme parks. The Orlando Science Center will blow your mind with its interactive exhibits, and the Dr. Phillips Center for the Performing Arts. Oh man, the shows there are top-notch. Broadway quality, baby. And when your stomach starts rumbling louder than the Hulk after a tough day of smashing, Orlando's got you covered. Character dining at Disney, fancy restaurants, you name it, they got it. All right, Orlando, you're a wild ride and I'm here for it. Wow, folks. We've traveled from coast to coast, explored bustling cities and serene national parks. From the bright lights of New York City to the majestic Grand Canyon, each destination has offered a unique glimpse into the heart of America. We've danced to the jazz rhythms of New Orleans, marveled at the architectural wonders of Chicago, and felt the energy of live music pulse through the streets of Austin. Whether you're a history buff, a foodie, or an adrenaline junkie, the USA has something for everyone. Remember folks, travel is more than just checking destinations off a list. It's about creating memories, embracing new experiences, and savoring every moment. So pack your bags, grab your sense of adventure, and hit the open road. And hey, if you enjoyed this whirlwind tour of the USA, make sure to subscribe to our channel for more travel inspiration. Until next time, keep exploring, keep dreaming, and keep on keeping on.